reasonable for most people, and it's a safety concern. So say that you are an approved purchaser on this platform, and you're going to Walmart, whatever. I'm going to say Walmart because, let's be honest. You got a Walmart near you that sells groceries and sells, all the other stuff Walmart sells. It is truly a one-stop shop where you can spend a lot of time getting what you need without too much dilly-dallying and messing around, looking around. So I understand some people don't like Walmart because of some of their business practices. This shit has nothing to do with that. I'm sorry. It's an example. Anyway, I digress, clearly. But say that you are there and you're like, okay, well, I'll see if anybody needs anything. So here's the idea that I'm at home and my car's broke down, and I'm from Minnesota. So if you don't have a car in Minnesota and it's winter and you have to go to a store that is a mile away, now I'm from rural Minnesota, not a lot of public transit, and you don't, in the winter in Minnesota, there are certain things that people do because they enjoy them because of activities and whatever, but most people have a hibernation tendency when the weather and the cold gets absolutely oppressive. There's a point, and I would say that point is probably, 15 below or something like that. And there's differences in 15 below. A dry 15 below and a moist 15 below feel entirely different. One is physically painful. Anyway, but walking to the store is just probably not an option here. So having the option of somebody who, for a fee, will not only purchase, like I said, my biggest vice is pop. But let's say that my car is broke down, it's middle of winter, I don't want to go anywhere, I need pop. But man, I also need some butter and some whatever to make dinner tonight. And it would be so much cooler if someone brought it to me. So as the purchaser, you are in the store, you basically press a button saying I'm available, and I tell you what I need, and you price it, and you give me whatever your final cost is. The economics of it would be something someone else would have to pick up on, but I would say try to be reasonable. I think most people, if they're at home playing video games and they don't want to go anywhere, or they're a teenager or a college kid and they don't have a car, you know what? To pay $7 so that you'll bring them $7 worth of soda so they have it and don't have to go get it, I think is pretty reasonable for most people. And whatever the cost structure is, I just think that it'd be a very useful way to help one another. And to, like I said, you can make a lot of money if you're just kind of shopping for people. I haven't seen a platform that's the case yet, but I think there should be one. So steal that idea. This is the big one. This is the big idea. And steal this sucker because this I have not seen done right yet, and it annoys the shit out of me. So cryptocurrency is amazing in what it represents. It's like ether. It is at the same time incredibly stable in nature and incredibly unstable in nature. It is stable in nature because many cryptocurrencies, or at least the ones that are proving to be somewhat in demand, they have a finite amount of that currency that will ever be released. It has been bought into at a certain price that was released, and you can buy never-ending, infinitely fractional segments of that. That's fine. but it's like one cake. You can't just keep adding to the cake as you see fit. This is the amount of resources will not change. It's just the separation of them. So that adds great stability. The instability is just, like I said, in the fact that they are entirely subjective. They don't, they're scary to a lot of people. But I think one of the reasons that they're scariest, and here is the idea, and good luck to anybody. If you figure it out, hey, you can cut me in. That's cool. If not, God bless you. Good luck. Don't do it corporately. An online bank, essentially. Some type of institution where you have a reserve of these different currencies, or you have agreements in place, or however it is, where you can get immediate, instantaneous, real-time transfers of any cryptocurrency, in the same way that a bank could, an international bank in theory could do that with regular currency. Having a reserve on hand so that you're able to dip into that for transactions. This is the end result goal. For me, I get paid a certain amount, it goes into my checking account. If I had it my way, I would purchase every dollar I have in some form of cryptocurrency, and then as I was spending, as I spend from my card, which is, whatever, say it's a card based on Bitcoin or whatever, that's spent out of that account. But then when I need money to cover my auto drafts and things like that, because I have certain bills that are taken out automatically, I can have real-time transfers back to my bank account. Now, that's been the gigantic failure in cryptocurrency, is that you need to make it real-time accessible. And real-time accessibility, I promise, will make it mainstream. Because if somebody has to wait, even if it's 15 minutes for a transaction, for them to have the money that they need to pay this now, that is a huge turnoff. At least to me. And I think it is to most people. But if you have something where you are not, where it's just instant, and you can have at your convenience translation from dollars to any cryptocurrency that you want, and you're not charging based upon the amount of transfers or anything like that, it's just you maybe you don't charge at all. That'd be the best thing. The best thing would be to draw your funding from advertising, corporate sponsorship, not corporate, like I said, but sponsorship, things like that. Because this is a service that I don't think that you should charge people for, because I think that you having a service like this where it was immediate, up to date transfers, and you could even have a fractional, knowing that the markets are going to swing, you can have a fractional agreement where, we will pay, at any time that you cash out, we will pay you 5% less than the actual value as posted at that time, based on the idea that, all right, Bitcoin could swing tremendously in an hour. So up to date is hard to do, but it doesn't mean that you can't try as hard as possible and make it beneficial for everyone. I think that it is an idea that, like I said, I'd use it. Anyway, steal these ideas. This has been the Rant Supply. Thank you, guys. God bless.